Hey guys, it's your girl Tally back again. What's going on? I just want to share a quick word with you all. And the word is, do you deserve better? Only you can answer that. Only you know what circumstance you're in right now and if it's fitting for you or if it's something that you know that you want better. There's something better out there for you. And that applies, like all of my messages, applies to every single aspect of your life, because we're evaluating it all. We're not just going to evaluate one part and ignore something else. Personally, self-growth for me is about evaluating every aspect of your life, because one thing's for sure, everything feeds, everything goes together, everything coincides. If one aspect of your life is in shambles, make no mistake that it's going to spill over to another area of your life. So just remember that. And my question to you is, do you deserve better? And I ask you that because there's people who don't think they deserve better. And there's people who the thought of deserving better comes across for them, but the actions, do they actually do anything in their life that promotes better, that communicates that they deserve better? Because it's one thing to think about it, for the thought to come in your mind every now and again, but it's another thing to actually put one foot in front of the other and do just something, just a little something to show yourself or to communicate mentally, spiritually, that you deserve better. And I came to a realization. I was speaking with somebody, and the person I was speaking with, they have these things that they want to do. Like they have places they want to travel. They have a goal, salary, income that they want to make. They have a life that they feel like that they dream of. And here I am trying to get this person to see that this is not just a dream. This is something that can become a reality. This is something that if you just take a chance, if you just hop off, take a jump, take a leap of faith, like I put in my last video, a few videos ago, talking about a leap of faith. If you would just take a leap of faith, then this is most definitely a possibility for you. This is definitely in your reach. But it's not just gonna come for you while you're just allowing whatever you have going on to just go. Like you're just going through the motions of life, go to work, come home, do whatever household duties you have, and then that's it. It doesn't come like that. The life that you want to build for yourself, they're just so slow. The life that you want to build for yourself doesn't come with you just going through the motions of life and just accepting what it is. And then you have things that you tell yourself, like, maybe it's too late, maybe I'm too old, maybe I'm too this, maybe I'm too that. The life that you want will never come like that. It's only going to come when you take a leap of faith. And if you don't have the guts or the courage to take a leap of faith, then in actuality, what you are truly admitting to yourself, without having to say it with your words, but you are communicating that with your actions, which is, it's just like a spiritual thing. It's a mental thing. It's an emotional thing. They said 70% of communication is not even what you say out of your mouth. It's what you actually do. It's body language, which is what you actually do, how you actually feel on the inside. So if you don't want to take the leap of faith, what you're really communicating to yourself is that you don't really deserve it. What we have to get to the bottom of, and what we have to get real about, because a lot of people want to be sugar coated. A lot of people want to be babied, but your actions is 100% a telltale sign of what you believe about yourself, your life, and your future. what you do and what you don't do. It is 100%. Now, if in your head, if you have some type of dream or goal, and you, with your actions, you don't put any kind of action for any, not even the littlest bit, to try to tap in or try to reach for that goal, then it's 100% that you don't really believe that about yourself. It's just a dream. It's just like not even a dream, but maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's just a dream. And dreams do come true every day. That's what I believe. But a dream is a dream. Sometimes you just have those fleeting thoughts that come through, and it feels good to have, and it excites you for a few seconds in your mind, and then you let it go, because ultimately you don't really believe that this is possible for you. It's like a fantasy. It's not even a dream, it's a fantasy. So the gauge on whether you truly believe you deserve something or you deserve better is whatever you're willing to do to get it. Whatever risks you're willing to take, whether you're ready or you want to take a leap of faith. And when you take a leap of faith, as I said, it's not easy. You're probably going to be leaving something behind. You're probably going to be putting something else in jeopardy. A person, a place, or thing, whatever opportunity. You're probably going to be taking a risk. It's a possibility for it to fail. It's not really a risk if there's not a possibility of failure. So there's going to be a possibility of failure. So if you really want this, your capacity to endure failure, it has to grow. Your capacity to endure that failure has to be greater than your desire to stay the same. It has to be greater than your desire to live the current life that you have right now. You have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to lose something. You have to be willing to miss out on something. You have to be willing to give up something, to leave things behind. But that only comes when you are certain in your mind that what it is currently, what you have currently, what you are currently doing is really not enough. You really want more. You really believe that you can do better. That's the only way it's going to happen. Because I found that when I do take my leap of faith, I'm willing to leave whatever behind. Whatever it takes to get my things in order, to put me on the right path, in the right direction, let it be. Whatever I have to leave behind, whoever I have to leave behind, whatever opportunity I have to put at risk, it is what it is. Because the fear of regret hits harder. I never want to look back and say, I could have did this, but I was too scared. What a pathetic excuse. I'm sorry to put it like that, but that's just for me. It could be okay for you, but for me, if I don't lay hold, or at least try to lay hold of the goals I set out for myself, and the only reason I have to say why I didn't try to attain my goals is because I was afraid. And if you try to put, oh, because I'm this, because I'm that, because I'm this age, because I'm that, all of that correlates to fear. So at the end of the day, it was only fear. It was only, I fear that I'm too old. I fear that it's too late. I fear that I'm not in shape. I fear that I don't have enough money. I fear that I'm going to go through a period of instability. All of that is just fear. And fear is not going to be a good enough excuse for me when I look back. Fear is not going to be a good enough excuse. I'd rather say that I tried my best and I failed than to look back and say I didn't try this because I was scared. So if you believe you really deserve better, if that's the truth, if that's the real truth living on the inside of you, that you deserve better in whatever area you decide, then you're gonna do it. You're gonna do better. You're gonna take the steps. Some people could take big steps, some people could take tiny steps, but you're gonna take whatever steps you can at your current time. And I was gonna say whatever steps make sense to you. And then I have to realize not everything makes sense. Not everything is going to make sense. Not all steps are the most rational steps, because sometimes in order to achieve certain goals, you need an irrational turnaround. Some people, I always talk about this, some people have the privilege of, you know, being able to take rational steps here and there and be more calculated about whatever plan they have. But there's some people, we're in a place in our life where it has to be, the steps we take has to be something it had, I don't want to say irrational, but it has to be aggressive. You have to be on top of it. You have to do something that's out of the ordinary to at least get it going, because you're probably so used to comfort that you have to get yourself uncomfortable in order to start. So not everybody's going to be as calculated. To be honest, I'm not always the most calculated person. I'm a little bit forceful with it. I snatch things into order, and that's not for everyone, because not everybody's willing to go through the season of uncomfortableness or uncomfortability that I'm willing to go to. So that's you gauging your tolerance for risk. But no matter what, there has to be a tolerance for some type of risk, because to get to some place that you haven't ever been, that you may not have people around you to coach you through, you're gonna have to get a little bit uncomfortable. You're gonna have to get a little bit forceful with it. You're gonna have to get a little bit pushy with it to get yourself out of that comfortable space, because we don't grow in comfort. When people used to say that, I'm like, oh my God, that's so cliche. Why do they always say that? Oh, comfort, you don't grow. And I'm really seeing it as I push forth to try to achieve the things that I want to achieve. I'm clear as day, and you will see this as clear as day, that in your comfort zone, you're not gonna undergo the growth that you need in order to achieve your goals. You have to be in a place where you're stretching yourself, where you're doing things you've never done before, where you're learning new skills, where you're trying to apply new skills, where you have to remind yourself every day to don't give up and believe in yourself, because your anxiety tries to creep in, which is fear. Insecurity tries to creep in, which is another source of fear. All this kind of fear tries to creep in, and you have to keep reminding yourself to keep going. So that's uncomfortable. A lot of people, they're okay with just stability. You're comfortable. You don't have to grow. You don't have to learn new skills. You don't have to apply new skills. So there's no fear in there, because you're just, that check come every week, every 2 weeks, you're straight, and it pays for what it pays for. It is what it is. There's no spontaneity. There's no spontaneity. You don't have to be spontaneous with everything. You just live in your life the way it's built, and it's like clockwork. And if that's enough for you, okay, that's okay. You admit it to yourself. That is enough for you, and that's enough for a lot of people. And a lot of people have gotten to a place in their life where that's enough, because what they have is enough. And it's okay to admit that you're content with where you are, because where you are may be a place where a lot of people would feel content. So and everybody has to eventually get to a place in their life where they do feel content, but there's some people, we're just not there yet. We're still in a place where we feel like we can do more. There's a fire on the inside of us for us to achieve more. So if you're in that place, then this video is for you, and you have to get uncomfortable. All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you all real quick. I'll see y'all soon.